Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope you're doing well. Let's be real, there are thousands of fragrances out there. Some people own too many. Not me, I don't have any problem like that.
We have a problem!
But most of those fragrances not worth rebuying. Who really cares? You get them in, you spray them on, yeah, they're fine. But a lot of it's not the type of stuff that you really care to rush out and buy again. These are different. This is the type of stuff that you do want backup bottles of for one reason or another. And I'm gonna be giving away one of these fragrances to one of you guys, and it is a killer. And it's one of those ones where legitimately, if you want it, now might be the time to get it because it hasn't been available for years. All of these are gonna be linked in the description. Check them out down there. We're gonna get things kicked off with this right here. This is La Nuit de l'Homme, the Eau de Parfum. Now this is the original version because yes, once again, a brand has come and changed things up on us. Yeah, it's getting to be a familiar thing. Because there is now this, La Nuit de l'Homme Eau de Parfum. Yeah, so this is the 2026 iteration. You can tell which is which because the new one has black at the bottom and then it's clear up top. The old version had black at the top and then clear at the bottom. But they have changed La Nuit de l'Homme Eau de Parfum. They have repackaged it, they've reformulated it. This new version does not smell like the old version. So what does that mean? Well, of course, if you still want the old version, you want a backup of it, or you just want to own it because you don't have it now, you probably should get it. Because this is now discontinued, which means once this sells out, it's gone. Now it should be available at discounters for a while. That's how it always goes when it comes to discontinuations and everything like that. But yeah, once this is gone, you're gonna see the price skyrocket at places like eBay and Mercari. I laugh. You probably shouldn't shop at Mercari. I mean, I know there's gonna be somebody out there like, no, I shop there all the time. It's totally awesome. But yeah, you can run into some issues, fakes. You can run into fakes on eBay too. I mean, but yeah. So the original La Nuit de l'Homme Eau de Parfum, basically the idea behind this one was taking the original Eau de Toilette, making it a little bit deeper, a little bit richer. It still has that cardamom note in there, which actually the new version does not. You can pick up like a little bit of a cardamom touch in that new one, but this one has more of that classic La Nuit feel to it, for sure. So if you still want the original Eau de Parfum version of La Nuit de l'Homme, now is the time to get it because it is going away. Don't say I didn't warn you. This happens all the time. The fragrances are there. People will be like, nah, I can still find it. It's still right there. Yeah, I see it on that website right there. There it is. No worries, guys. It is total. Where'd it go? Oh my God, the price. This next one, killer. L'Odyssey Noir Ambre. And I did buy one of these to give away to one of you guys. I don't remember what price I paid. Let me pull it up super quick. $152.87. So, not cheap. And I'd be a liar if I told you I didn't think about just keeping this for myself, but I already have this. I know that I'm never gonna go through this entire bottle because reasons. So I can't really in good conscience like just keep this and hoard it. So I'm gonna give it away to one of you guys. Now this stuff dropped like a decade ago. Yeah, this came out 10 years ago and it was hyped then, but also hard to find even back then. For the most part, you basically had to find it at like TJ Maxx and Ross's. Yeah, it was really random. Like these would pop up there and if you could find it, you would scoop it up, of course. But man, they sold out fast at discounters and then they just pretty much never came back. And this right here shows you how good Issey Miyake can be. A lot of people, when they think Issey, they think, just throw away summertime releases. Bro, their fall and wintertime stuff is sick. And this is one of the absolute best. So it has saffron, cinnamon, nutmeg, leather, vanilla, amber, of course. It smells niche adjacent, like it smells really high end. It is rich, it is deep, it's heavy, it's dark. Little incensey waft kind of coming through there as well. It is amazing. It's expensive now at $150, but that's like a third of what it had been going for on eBay. And so if you've been thinking about this fragrance, wanting to pick it up for years and years, now is an amazing time to do it before it sells out again. Or at least I'm assuming that it will sell out again, considering you haven't been able to find it for years. And a lot of the sellers on eBay are selling fakes, or have been over the years. So this one right here, Noir Ambre, and this going to one of you a little bit later. Next one, Yellow Dream, Born in Roma. So with this one, you may think to yourself, well, why do I need a backup of this? Why would I need to pick this one up? Now, I do want to be clear here. So with this one, I'm not telling you straight up, yes, it's discontinued. You're not going to be able to find it. That's not what I'm saying. But I am kind of reading the tea leaves a little bit. So this fragrance currently is showing sold out on Valentino's own website. It could come back into stock. I'm not saying that that's like, oh, you know, it's sold out one time. That means it's gone. But it does seem that Valentino is pushing more the other fragrances in the Valentino Born in Roma line. So Intense, Extra Dose, the new Purple Melancholia, stuff like that. And eventually they have to start paring down the lineup because there's shelf space involved. So they can't have, 15 flankers from one line and just take up all that room in stores. Eventually they're gonna look at what the best sellers are, the ones that underperform, and they're gonna start, clipping the edges. And this one, a lot of people love, and I'm not saying they don't. I'm not saying that this is universally hated or anything like that. It's just when you look at the raw sales numbers, this could be one of those fragrances that is on its way out sooner than you might expect. And it is kind of a bummer. I grew to like this one over time. It's kind of like taking Stronger With You, something like that, and then giving it a fresh coat of paint because it has pineapple in here, it has gingerbread, so it's like a different take on that style to an extent. Super wearable, really versatile, big compliment puller, just overshadowed by some of the ones that came after it and has been dwindling as far as its presence online and in stores. And usually when that happens, that means it's not super long for this world. Now, before the next fragrance, guys, I want to give you a whole bunch of codes that you can use to save money across different websites, including Fragflex. So when I bought this, I also scooped up a couple other fragrances alongside it, and I used this code right here, which will give you 10% off Fragflex. Anytime you shop there, you can use the code as many times as you want. So every time I shop there, I do use that code. Then I also have codes for JOMASHOP that only work within the JOMASHOP app. Those change every quarter, so be aware of that. And then codes for Gift Express, Fragrance Lord, the Perfume Box, Beauty House, and many more stores. So anytime you shop at these places, use those codes, save some extra cash. So the next fragrance is this, Spicebomb Infrared, the Eau de Toilette, and this one officially is discontinued according to Viktor&Rolf's own website. So if you go there and you look this one up, it'll have like a little header that says discontinued. And for that matter, I think some of the other ones are discontinued as well. Like Night Vision, I think some of those are. Now, the original Infrared, a lot of people did not like as much as the Eau de Parfum. This one is gonna be a little bit more sweet, a little more youthful. I will tell you though, if you're after compliments, Infrared, both versions, EDT and Eau de Parfum, really, really, really solid. And this one is a lot like Yellow Dream over here, where as time went on and people wore it more, they did come around to like it more, myself included. Has kind of a cinnamon gum, cinnamon candy-esque vibe to it, the way that the cinnamon hits. Also have a faint tobacco note in the dry down, some red fruits off the top. You can still find this easily at discounters, 60 bucks, 70 bucks or so, but it's gonna be one of those ones where as time goes, it gets more difficult to find, and the whole thing I talked about before will apply to this also. Same thing happened with Spicebomb Eau Fraiche or Spicebomb Fresh, whichever way you want to call it. You could find it forever and then you couldn't. The next fragrance is not discontinued and it's not expensive. It's Ramad Earthy by Arabiyat Prestige. So this one I included mainly because it blew me away when I got this one in. I bought this one after this one, well, this one. Essentially, I bought 3 fragrances that weren't clones, and then I bought like 12 that were in a separate order. And this was part of that, and this is like the runaway star of that second order, man. This smells like Amouage Sinbad, and it is absolutely freaking killer. It's strong, it has a lot going on, different fruity nuances coming across, a little bit syrupy, touch of a tang to it. It has like 32,000 notes, including cappuccino. I don't even know why that's there, but I like it. And the reason I have this here is because I could see this easily catching on and getting hyped, and the price going up $10, $15, $20 potentially. Not the end of the world, but when you're talking about percentage-wise, that makes a pretty big difference, I guess. Because anytime it comes to Middle Eastern fragrances, that's how it goes. Like, they come out and you can scoop them for whatever price, assuming it's not already hyped before it comes out. Because if it's like a Kamra or something, it's already gonna be hyped. But yeah, they come out, and then if they catch on, all of a sudden you'll see at the discounters, those prices just suddenly kind of bloop, bloop, bloop. And you're like, wait a sec, wasn't that Wasn't that $10? Oh, it went up again. It keeps going up. That's weird. Wonder why that is. This stuff though, absolutely amazing. This is, I would say, the best Arabiyat Prestige I've smelled. All right, next one, Acqua de Jo. This is the Eau de Parfum. Now the reason I have this here, it is not discontinued as of right now. You can still find it, but I do think that it's in a precarious spot. So Armani just dropped Acqua de Jo Eau de Parfum Intense, which has a pretty similar looking bottle design. Basically just invert this, and that's how it looks. So instead of like clear at the top, black at the bottom, it's black at the top, clear at the bottom, and the text and everything, it's like inverted as far as the colors. And yeah, it's looking rough for the Eau de Parfum. If you go to Armani's website, at least as of right this second when I'm filming, the Eau de Parfum comes in one size on Armani's website, the 50 ml. All the other ones are showing as sold out. Also, this is not marked as a bestseller. Acqua de Jo Eau de Toilette is, the Parfum is, Profundo Eau de Parfum is. This is not. And it says on there, if you buy the 50 ml of this, that they'll include like a 5 ml of the Eau de Parfum Intense. Now, all of that together does not mean, oh, it's being discontinued, right? But you do have to take into account that they have already tweaked the Eau de Parfum. They changed the presentation and everything. They messed around with the formula a little bit as well. And so you can already tell that Giorgio Armani has been messing with Acqua de Jo Eau de Parfum, trying to be like, well, why is this not taking off? This one is, that one is, this one isn't. So they tried to change it. It didn't help. And now they've come out with the Eau de Parfum Intense, and you start to think, well, is the writing on the wall here that they're gonna go, okay, the Eau de Parfum Intense, if that takes off, they go ahead and push that in between the Eau de Toilette and the Parfum, and then this one, they kind of sunset. Now that's a little bit tinfoil hat-ish. Right now, like I said, you can still find it, but it is one of those things where I would pay attention to it if you're a big fan of Acqua de Jo Eau de Parfum, because I think the writing is starting to be on the wall a little bit. Not in the next like 6 months, nothing like that, but I would say like a year, 2 years from now, if this is still kind of struggling and they're coming out with new flankers, the Eau de Parfum Intense takes off, I could see this one going away or getting changed again. Oud Noir, Versace. Love this stuff, man. It's a really wearable Western oud, a little bit like in the style of Oud Wood by Tom Ford. Not the exact same, but when you spray this on, you can definitely see where they drew inspiration. I love the bottle, I think it's beautiful. I love the gold accents on here, just really clean, really nice looking. It does make me kind of wonder why no more Versace Pour Homme. I'm not saying that's discontinued, what I mean is more flankers, right? Because this one has the same bottle style, Dylan Blue as well, but you know, they don't really come out with any new stuff there. They're just kind of hanging it out to dry. Always love this, absolutely fantastic for fall and winter time. Nice, classy, woody, spicy, not super sweet, you know, like everything else nowadays. And you can still find this at discounters. I don't think it's gonna disappear from them overnight, but it is one of those scents that is out of production, or at least as far as I'm aware. You can still find this at discounters. Probably should be able to for a little while, but if you very much enjoy this, I would grab a backup bottle while you can still get it for cheap, because should it run completely dry, it would not surprise me to see the price on this shoot up, because there have been really subpar designer oud fragrances over the years from different brands that have gone, you know, completely sold out and then skyrocket. I'm talking stuff that was like $30. And then you look it up, you know, a year or two later and you see it's not for sale anywhere. You go to eBay and people are asking $350. Just like, what are you doing? That's a $30 fragrance. You're insane. Velixir up next. This is Icarus. This little buddy Brody Brodinger right here smells similar to Blue Talisman. Great atomizer on this one. Heavy cap, yeah, let's go. If it was a magnetic cap, oh, perfection. I'll take heavy metal. So yeah, Blue Talisman. As far as the quality goes, this stuff is awesome. Really smooth. Some of the other Blue Talisman clones out there are a bunch of them, but some of them are a little harsher off the top, you know, a little rougher around the edges. This one slaps. Smooth, clean, sweet, fresh, easy to wear. Another one that's hyper versatile year round. Issue with this one, it was hard to find, just a pain in the butt. Now you can find it 45 bones at JOMASHOP. It would be sick if it pops up other places as well, you know, just really start to spread. Like the T-Virus in Resident Evil. I said the T-Virus because, you know, Requiem, the new one, so it's the T-Virus in that one. But depending on which Resident Evil you like, there's different viruses that you could go for. The thought though is the same. This needs to matriculate and spread because it is fire. The only reason I have it on here is because should it go back to not something you can actually find, or, you know, pop up to JOMASHOP and it's like, you know, ships in 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever. So it's good to get it while the getting is good. Ultra Male, Jean Paul Gaultier right here. So this one you can still find. It's still available on JPG's website, as of this video anyway, knock on wood, fake wood. But this has been one of those scents that forever people have been like, it's discontinued, it's discontinued, it's discontinued. And here we are years later, you can still find it. But the word on the street last I heard was a lot of people saying, for whatever it's worth, that Le Male in blue was gonna replace this. Is that actually gonna happen? I don't know. Technically, in blue is a limited edition, so. They do share similarities as far as like the look. In blue is shinier, but outside of that, there are similarities, at least to the look. So the reason this one is up here is because it is a certified banger classic for fall and winter time. Absolute compliment magnet. It has always worked unbelievably well. That balance of fresh and sweet, perfectly done. It's just one of these days, it's gonna be gone one day. And every time the talk ramps up, which it has a little bit, that this is going away, it's like, oh, good reminder where if you love the scent, to scoop up a little backup. And the final one is actually the new Stronger With You spices. I really dig this one. I know for some people they may say a little too redundant, but I think it smells amazing. The sweetness is balanced out nice. It's not too sweet. The spices in there are not too aggressive. They are there though, obviously. It also has a slight Middle Eastern tinge to it. It's got dates in there which smell amazing as it dries down. Performance is really, really good. The reason this one is here is because it is officially an exclusive edition. And a lot of brands, when it comes to exclusive or limited editions, you can't trust them. You can still find them years later. But with a lot of these Stronger With You ones, once they're gone, they have gone up a lot in price. And it's happened pretty quick with some of them. Stronger With You leather, you could find that stuff all day for like 80 bucks. It was one of the more affordable Stronger With Yous. One day it was gone, price through the roof, at least comparatively speaking to what it was. And so with this one, it's the same kind of deal. You know, get it while the getting's good. And I think this one is actually worth owning. Even though it is a little redundant, I like it more than most of the fragrances in the Stronger With You lineup. I would take it over the original, over Intensely, take it over Amber, probably take it over Tobacco even, not sure. I have to sit down and side by side that one, but it's up there, it's up there, it's real good. All right, let's do this giveaway. This is Noir Ambre. Still sealed and everything. This is the one. This is good. So if you want to be entered in the giveaway for this guy right here, all you have to do is like the video, be subscribed to the channel, and comment down below. Let me know in the comment which fragrance you currently today would buy a backup bottle of. If you were gonna get one, you know, from your collection and buy an extra one, which one would it be and why? I'll pick a winner with random comment picker and ship that out to you wherever you are in the world. So good luck. And whoever wins, I hope you love this stuff, man. I actually try to wear it. I haven't worn mine much. And I was like, well, I'll get an extra bottle when it comes out, and then I got one, and I'm like, why? How are you? All right, guys, thank you for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.